Hello everybody, this is Sharon and I have a little tutorial I wanted to share with you guys. I had created some tags a couple of weeks ago, and I had used this Heartfelt deluxe flower shaping kit, and I also had used the Ariana Blooms dies and the Ariana Blooms stamp that coordinates with the die here. And so I had a request for a tutorial on that, so I was going to show you guys right quick a tutorial. And so we'll go ahead and get started. Like I said, I'm going to be using this to shape the flowers, and then these are the flowers that I'm going to use. It's the Ariana Blooms, the die set, and the stamp set. And so let me show you the flowers, the way that you can create them. This is actually the one that I'm going to do. I've had more requests from this one, and I hope you guys can see it. It's it's layered, like 3 times. This one is with a gold embossing powder. So that's the flower that I'm going to do a tutorial on. And then this is the same flower. It's just with distress inks, the bright distress inks, and just stamped with some brown ink. That's another look that you can get. And the center for this one right here is these little beads that you can purchase at Michael's. I'm sure you guys already seen them. They came in like this pink, a white, and like a teal color. But the pink is what I use for that. For this flower right here, on the inside, I don't really know if you can even see that too good, but it's micro beads in there, and it's the ones that I purchased at Michael's, and they are the Recollections micro beads. And you can get these in different colors, in ebony, you can get them in browns and different colors like that. So that was what I used for this. And then here's a couple more flowers. This is a flower that's really pretty too. It is using the die on the inside there instead of using, beads or something like that. And then there's another one. It's just layered a little different. As you can see, this one's a lot fuller than this one. I hope you guys can see that. And it's just the way you roll your flowers. And then this one is even flatter than this one is. So it's really, it doesn't have any dimension at all to it. So that is just some examples, of how you can get your flowers from these dies here and stamps. So like I said, I'm going to be doing a tutorial on this one. So if you guys are interested in it, it's a really pretty die and stamp set. So I'm going to do a tutorial on this. I'm going to get everything together, and we'll go ahead and get started. Okay, so I went ahead and stamped my image on here. This is the stamp. Like I said, it's the Ariana Blooms, and I just use a block like this to put it on. I use the Versamark ink right here, and I think you can purchase this at Michael's or Hobby Lobby, or something like that. So I use this ink to get my stamped image, which is this right here. And to do this particular flower, you're going to use some embossing powder. And the embossing powder I picked up is from Recollections. It's called Tinsel Embossing Powder. And it has like a pretty little sparkle to it, like it has glitter made in it. So I'm just going to get my tray out right here, and then I'm going to pour my embossing powder over this. And so this is just the way I do it here. And then you can do this side. So that is the way it'll look before you emboss it. It's really pretty and shimmery, and like I said, it's got glitter in it. It's got a lot of sparkle in it. So I'll put this away for just a few minutes. And so all I'm going to do now is go ahead and get my heat tool and get this embossed, and then I'm going to cut it out with the die, this die that comes with it, and I will be right back to share with you guys the rest of it. Okay, I did want to mention that before you cut this out, you can go ahead and color your flowers if you want to do it that way. This is the Spun Sugar by Tim Holtz that I use to get the lightest color. Anyway, on the flower that I was showing you guys earlier, I don't even know what I did with it. But that's the lightest color that you're going to get, and this is Spun Sugar. It's by Tim Holtz, and I just use a dauber. And I do usually go ahead and color it while it's still on here. It's just easier for me. So you're just going to color it, you know, like this. And you're just going to do, you know, each one like that. And you can do it around the edge of the flowers if you want to. You know, just like on the edge of the petals, and then around on the inside there. It's just according to what kind of look you're looking for, that you're going for. And it don't matter if you run out of the lines a little bit, because you are going to have your die, and it's going to cut right around the edge right there. So it doesn't matter, you know, if you run out of the lines a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and color up these, and that's kind of how it's going to look. The look I'm going for is the color around the edge and then around in this middle part right here to give you the flower that that I was showing you guys earlier. So I'm going to go ahead and color these and cut them out with this die, and then I'll show you how to get the flower to curl up and everything by using the mats that come with the pads over here with the shaping kit. So I'll be right back. Okay, so I went ahead and cut them out using this die that comes with it. And so you get this right here. I cut these out twice. I stamped them twice, and then I cut them out twice. So it gives you 2 of the large ones. You get 2 of the medium ones. 2 of the a little bit smaller ones than these, and then 4 of these are the smallest. And I had one left from where I had previously done some flowers. So you'll need actually 3 of these. You can use the 2 biggest ones and that's the next smallest ones to get this flower right here. Or you can use 3 large ones. It's just according to what kind of look you're going for. So you can do it either way. And like I said, this is the flower we're going to be doing. So I'm going to get out my Deluxe Flower Shaping Kit, and you're going to use the pad that comes in here. That's this one right here. And let me get my squirt bottle. And I just have a handmade or homemade squirt bottle that I use. And so the way that I get this look is what you're going for. It has a lot of dimension around the edges there, and it kind of goes down in the middle there. So you're going to have to squirt your flowers with some water or mist them. And I do it on the back. You're going to mist the back part, not on the front, but on this part right here. So I just do a couple little sprays of some water, and then you're going to lay this down on your mat that you have, like that. And I start off by using, it's not the largest tip. The largest one is here, and I think that is the 20. No, that's the 12 millimeter. So I use the 8 and the 6, which are the 2 that's down here. So that's the 2 that I'm going to put in here. This flower right here is the largest flower that the the die makes. And all I do is, you can use either the smaller tip or the larger one, you know, that you have here. All you do is you're just going to push down right on the end like that. Let me zoom in a little bit, see if I can see a little bit better. So you're just going to push down right on the tip there. After you spray it with some water, and just push that down. And you do that all the way around. The harder you press, the better, you know, it's going to curl up. And Emma Lou does have a tutorial on this, and that's where I got, you know, the tutorial that I'm doing is similar to hers, and that's where I, you know, learned how to do this. It's from her tutorial. So I'm just kind of really repeating hers. She may do it a little different. Anyway, after you go all the way around, then you're going to turn your flower over, and you're just going to take your smallest one and just push in the middle. And sometimes it will tear it. You can just glue it back together. And so you're just going to push that down as hard as you can. And it's going to give you a flower that has a lot of dimension to it. You see that? So you're just going to do that with, you know, with your flowers, all 3 of them. I usually do, if it's the big flower, I usually do 3 layers, and to give it the full layer. Like this right here is 3. You have your bottom layer, then your middle layer, and then your top layer. And you can put anything on the inside. Like I said before, these are the beads that I use for that, and I picked these up at Michael's. So you just basically do the same thing. You can even use a smaller tip if you want to, and it'll even make it curl up even more. So the smaller the tip, the more dimension you're going to get on your flower. So just press down. Remember to wet your flowers, you know, with some water to kind of break those fibers up. If you don't do that, I'm not sure if it would curl as well. So you're just going to go around the edges. You can even come down some on that little flower petal there if you want to. And so that's just how you do it, basically. Not really hard. It does take some time, but I think that it's well worth it. I think they're really pretty when you you know, get through with them. And then after you do that, you're just going to come back in and push in the middle there, just to get that coming up in there. And then normally what I do is I let these dry overnight, just so they'll hold their shape, because they'll be, you know, really nice and stiff if you let them dry really well. And then since I already have this one done, this is another large. This is the largest size here from a previous time that I had one left over. I'll just use it instead of using another one. But all you're going to do is just glue those together. Just kind of stack those up. And you might want to use the smaller one instead of the 3 large ones. Let me use one that's a smaller size and see what kind of look we have with that. I just have to play with it and just figure out, you know, how I like it. And I can't remember exactly how I do them. I do so many of them, and it's just hard to remember exactly how I do them without playing around with them a little bit. So I would say these would be, to get this flower that I was showing you guys earlier, I would say the 2 largest petals, the 2 largest flowers on that die, and then the next smallest size would probably give you a better flower. Like I said, it's just according to what kind of look you're going for. So I'm going to glue these. The glue that I use to do this is just this Scotch quick dry adhesive, and So we'll just put this one in here, and you try to stagger them so that all the petals don't be going the same way. So you're just going to put that in there. And then I just push it down with this. And then you're going to put a little bit more glue on this one. And this is the smaller size flower petals. And you'll put that on top. And just try to stagger it again. And then after you get that in there, you can kind of open that up. You see all the dimension that you get in there. Really pretty dimension there. And then you're just going to take your Scotch quick dry adhesive and just put down in the middle of the flower there. I just kind of fill it up with the adhesive there. See if you guys can see that. It has like a lot of glue in there. And then you're just going to take this, your beads, and get your little tray out, and because they're probably going to go everywhere. And then you're just going to put your beads in there, like that. And that's basically how you do it. That's how you get this flower right here. Really pretty. And I don't do the backs of these because you can kind of just, you know, stack them up against each other. Layer another one here. I'm getting ready to do a card, and I'm using these, and so I'm just going to show you. You can just kind of, you know, have this one flat on your project. Kind of set this one up sideways like that, and just give it like a little, you know, stacked, more natural looking look. You can do them like that, and that's really pretty too. So that's how I would do, you know, all of these that I have layered. I just spray the back of them with some water, and then I just use my mat, and you can play around with different tips to see which one does the best. Obviously, the smaller the tip, the more dimension you're going to get. And also, if it's a smaller flower, you want to use a smaller tip with it. So, I hope that kind of helps you guys. And so this is the flower that we created. And you let those beads stay on there just for a few minutes. And then you can pull those, you know, off into your tray. And you get a flower like that right there. Let me move this. Hope you guys can see. Sometimes the white balance in the camera doesn't do right when you got a dark color behind it. So really pretty, and it has a lot of sparkle from the embossing powder. I'm not sure if you can really even see that, but it has a lot of sparkle to that. So I hope that helps you guys. That was asking the questions, and if you have any more questions, just let me know. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.